Good morning, magandang umaga po. I have a good news and a bad news. You are now allowed to leave the Philippines. I'm not talking about from the US to the Philippines. I'm talking about from the Philippines to US or overseas countries. Effective immediately. Today is October 21st. But then the bad news is there are certain requirements. Stay with me. We'll talk about the details. Effective immediately, it looks like the Philippines has relaxed a little bit about travel restrictions in the Philippines. I'm talking about Filipinos or anybody who wants to leave the Philippines on a tourist visa. So we're not talking about essential travel and such. I'm talking about tourism. Okay. This is now the requirement that they have. You must have a round-trip ticket to be sure that you will come back to the country. So you have to have a round-trip ticket from the Philippines to wherever you're gonna go and come back. You are required to have an immigration statement or declaration. That's an immigration form by the Philippines. That there are certain risks involved in traveling during the pandemic. So you will be required to sign this form and submit it to immigration. You are required to have mandatory a travel insurance and health insurance. Well, why travel insurance? This is in the event your flight is delayed or canceled because of the pandemic, that your ticket will be covered. So that's one of the requirements. And the other one is you should have health insurance, which did not used to be required. In fact, even travel insurance was not required before, but this time they're requiring it. And they know that in the United States or maybe in some other foreign countries, medical is very expensive. So you have to have that insurance, which should include COVID testing in the event you get sick. I guess they just don't want to have the liability or the responsibility for you. That's got to be on your own. You must present a negative antigen testing, and this test will have to be taken within 24 hours of your departure. 24 hours of your departure. Antigen test detects the presence of specific viral antigen, which implies current viral infection. There's a rapid antigen test that can be used for screening testing in high-risk congregate settings in which repeat testing could quickly identify persons with SARS or COVID. I guess it's just a test if you have COVID or not, and they call it an antigen test. Now, in addition to that, there is another bad news. And that is, and this is also true for people who are, let's say for some reason you got qualified to go back to the Philippines. You will go through the same thing, okay? You must be prepared to go through mandatory swab testing, okay, to check if you have COVID. And that takes 2 days for you to get the results. So, number two, you have to be prepared. And you must have a reservation or hotel reservation to stay there for 2 days at your own cost. This does not apply to OFWs. Okay, OFWs, the hotel cost is covered. Okay, and whatever is the cost of testing, I don't know how much it is. I think it costs about $90. Anyway, you're supposed to go through that. You have to stay in the hotel for 2 days. If you're positive, you go straight to the hospital. If you're negative, you pass the test. You're still required to be on quarantine for a total of 14 days at your home. So after 2 days and you're negative, you go home and you stay put for the remainder of the 2-week period. All right, so that is the news. So it's better than the rules not being relaxed right now. So it's being relaxed, but there are still some strings attached. I don't know the details on that because I don't plan to travel until this whole thing is gone and out of the way. I don't even want to go through a swab testing. Okay, so I want to be safe. There is no reason for me to go back home, so I'll just stay here until everything is done and over with. But this is one solution for people who want to visit their family and they can't go. Ask them to come to you instead. Okay, and that may be a better solution than trying to look for or force yourself into a situation that is not really good. So I hope you find this to be a good news for you, for people who really have to go back home to visit their family who are homesick. And I hope you will share this with other people, and please do click like and do subscribe to my channel. I will appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.